All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. I can hear out of my microphone. I didn't touch my keyboard for the sound, so hopefully that will be good to go. Where's the rest of our YouTube gang? Yeah, Vicky, where is the rest of our YouTube gang? That's okay. We have 6 people watching now, and if I can get at least 6 people to give me the thumbs up, if you know how to do it, then we'll at least have 6 thumbs up. And I'll just catch people as I go. Again, folks that are watching on YouTube, we got V-Dub, Vince Patel, good to see him, Vicky Orr, and Mike Sarah. So those are 3 of the 6. Oh, actually 5. Somebody might have dropped out. But good seeing you here on YouTube. As far as Facebook, looks like Kyrie Ford, Anthony Esparza, Vince Gallardo, and Ed Winchell's over on Facebook. Ed's usually over on YouTube, but maybe he's having a YouTube problem, but that's okay. Mike Sarah gave me a thumbs up and hopefully another thumbs up. Tom Crater is over there on Facebook. And again, if you are watching on Facebook, I appreciate you watching on Facebook, but I really would like for you to be on YouTube. And the reason why I say that is because if you are a Raider fan, okay, if you are a Raider fan and you like our Raiders, if you love our Raiders, if you like to get free stuff, how about that? If you like to get free stuff, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Liz Davia is over there on Facebook. Thanks again as well. Liz is so smart. Actually, I wanted to thank her today for let me know of some of the happenings today. Sometimes I get so involved with what's going on, I kind of lose the bubble. But again, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitch right now, I usually have like 1 or 2 people on Twitch. I invite you to please come over to YouTube. If you're on Twitter, watching the Twitter feed, there's usually about 5 to 7 people that are watching on Twitter. Please come over to YouTube. Again, if you are a Raider fan and you like free stuff, okay, yeah, I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, Vince. Actually, Vince, if you're on Twitch, go to Twitch and subscribe on Twitch or follow me. So this way I'll get some of my Twitch things up. But, you know, if you do your streaming on Twitch, talk me up on Twitch for those fans of sports things. So get over to Twitch, follow me on Twitch. I think I have 1 follower, so I can double that if Vince goes and subscribes to me on Twitch. Now, getting back to subscriptions, and I've been doing it for a while, but I haven't been able to show it for a bit, so I had my stuff over there. If you don't know what you're getting in this Raider prize pack at 850 people, and I have had 1 subscriber come over extra, so we're at 796. I know the YouTube is in the in crowd, but you can be a subscriber on all those folks. You can subscribe multiply. Or multiply? I don't know how to say it. How about you can subscribe on multiple channels? There you go. Now, for subscribers that like free stuff, okay? If you're a Raider fan, when I get to 850, and I've said this before, you get your bag of Raider goods. Really cool. Got it right here. Let me make sure I don't knock over my Microsoft Office Home and Student Edition 2010. I was saying that I had some issues with that. For some reason, it keeps bouncing me off. Keeps knocking me out occasionally, so I have to redo the subscription and the product key, and it didn't work last time, so I don't know why. But for the bag of Raider things, and I'll put them back in the bag after this. Ooh, pain in the ass to get out. Okay, let's start off that. Right, where's my camera? Is mine on this? Yeah, there you go. The Raider Super Bowl tickets and coins is part of the things I'm giving away. This is 1 gift. This is a bag of gifts. Okay. Hey, Vince, if you let me know how to follow you on Twitch, I'll do that too. Okay. That's one gift. And then, as stated, a special Raider pin collection that you can hang on your wall as well. The pins have Jim Otto, Jack Tatum, Cliff Branch, George Atkinson, Turner. What was Mr. Turner's first name? Can't remember. Turner, the defensive back. Fred Blitnikoff and Ben Davidson. And it's not Ike Turner. Don't even go there. Okay. That's 2. Feel like Santa Claus. The Raider watch. They can't beat that. Free. Raider watch. The Raider car flag. I think you got. I'm not going to unfurl it because it's easier to just keep it like this. What is my Twitch channel? It's Captain Jack Rackham. It's just like it is on Twitter. It's Captain Jack Rackham. It's easy to find. What else is in here? Oh my goodness. Well, I can show you that when I get this out, it'll make the bag less heavy. The Raider car mats, you know, the hard rubber car mats, right here. Part of the prize pack. That makes the bag a lot easier to poke around on. Raider football. Nice item there. Okay, this is the commemorative Al Davis rubber, what I usually, like I have here. It's from Chapel of the Chimes, Commitment to Excellence. It's the Al Davis commemorative Black Remembrance Band. And also an Autumn Wind Experience from Miami. So 2 of those. Okay, thanks, Vicky. You can go to Twitch. I'll get me over there as well. Hey, you got your red bead, or sorry, not red. You got your silver pirate beads, skull and bones. You have the Captain Jack. I love the little pirate. What do you call it? Bottle opener. I threw in there for fun. Put that back in a minute. Oh, hey, yeah. The Raider eyeglass case where you put your eyeglasses in here, okay? It's homemade, handmade, and it's black. I have one in white as well, so you might be able to tell me whether you want a white one or a black one. But they're both of them here. Put your eyeglasses in there. Keeps them nice and protected. I know there's something else in here. There we go. And then the Ray Guy Hall of Fame commemorative clip from when Ray went to the Hall of Fame. That's in here as well. So, is that the bag? Okay, so yeah, that's the bag. I might, if I find some more things, I'll put them in there. Also, Ken Thompson said that he was going to contribute, so when it comes down to it, he's going to put some things from the Silver and Black State, which he has. I'll have to remind him on that. He did say on his interview that he was going to put some Silver and Black State commemoratives in there. So again, if you like what you see, throw me a thumbs up, please. Please subscribe, publicly subscribe so that I know that you are subscribing. We have been joined on Facebook, Jerry White, Chris Lentz, Jason Snell. Let's see how many viewers I got over here on got a few viewers on YouTube, Facebook. Please come over to YouTube. And then again, the folks here, we have our 1 thumbs down. So you know the children have seen it. A thumbs down from the children. Fuck them. Yeah, I know that deserves a shot. Fuck all haters. Children, what can you do? So we got some people following, and again, Twitter, Twitch. I did a promo on Instagram, so hopefully we'll have some people on Instagram. Yeah, Vince, it's a person. He's a hater. It's actually I can't say for sure, but I won't say anything bad about people with mental illnesses because my brother has his own mental illnesses. But people that are not quite right. No, actually, it's a Raider fan, Vince. It's a Raider fan. So, yeah, pretty quick. Again, if you're following me, again, I did my bigger shot, and if when there's other things to do, we will take it out of from the Raider flask and into the Raider shot glass that Vicky sent to me. You know, so when I have to do a shot that's not a super big shot, I'll take it from the Raider flask, and we'll do that. Again, well, they can. Well, trust me, they can still go to hell. They can still go to hell if they're children. They can still go to hell. It doesn't matter. Gotta love the mentally challenged as well. Having said that, there's a lot to discuss today. The first thing I want to say is, again, my condolences. Hey, Regina's here. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Love to see my ladies here. Again, we have Vicky and Regina, both in L.A. I don't think I missed any other ladies. Well, Liz is over there on Facebook, and she comes over when she can. Liz shares. Liz, if you can share, and by the way, if you can share up this YouTube feed, get the link, put it up on all your people with Facebook. Say, hey, come on over to YouTube. Regina, I showed the prize pack of what you get when you're one of the people that are the 850 subscribers. Becky's not here yet, but hopefully she'll be in. I did a shot. Am I down a shot? Oh, crap. Okay, if I'm down a shot, I love you too. I love you too, Regina. Always good to see my lovely lady Raider Rets. There you go. So you can see there's actual liquid in here. There's the shot. Just make sure I don't spill anything. To everybody, here you go. I want to savor it. Like I said, I don't want to. When you have good Grand Marnier, you don't want to slug it. You don't want to slug it. Thank you there, Liz. Thank you, honey. Appreciate that. Liz Davia, shot you. There you go. So again, it's a Sunday night. I wanted to say thank you to Liz for sharing this with me and sharing my page. Actually, it's strange that Liz told me this when I was kind of in my bubble. Is when she told me today about the death of Roche Caldwell. That happened here in Tampa. Literally no more than maybe 25 miles away from me. Tampa. Roche Caldwell was shot. He was going on a date with his girlfriend and was shot outside his house. And Henry Ruggs became a dad. So well, there you go. We'll do a congratulatory swig for him. Henry Ruggs III becoming a dad. Mazel tov. That's the Henry becoming a dad. But our condolences to the Caldwell family. Roche was a Gator. I had actually planned on putting a picture of him as a Gator on my news and notes, but that's when I found out that my Microsoft was not working. Don Webb, thanks for coming in. Yeah, Don, you already missed my thumbs down for the severely challenged people out there in the crowd. Oh well. What I ask for is that I like to get at least 20 times the amount of thumbs up than I do the thumbs down. I like to have at least 20 to 1. So let's work on that. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, please do. If you like what you see, if you like the fact that we're talking here on a Sunday night where we're getting ready for the season, it's coming up. It's coming up because I was looking at the plans. The plans are, and if you don't know it, the NBA is coming right down the street from me. They're going to have all the teams, 22 teams, in Orlando. Yep, TB. Yeah, it's a robbery, but I think it's more to do than that. They say it was probably a cause of. It wasn't just a robbery. It was probably something more than that. Hey, Kelly, thanks for coming in. Kelly's here. Kelly subscribed today, hopefully publicly. Although I didn't see her. Kelly, I didn't see your public or your subscription go public. Excuse me. Make sure that you have your subscription at public, and we'll do that. Going back to the NBA is going to be here by the end of the month. I should say here in Florida, down the street in Orlando. And it's 16 playoff teams plus, I think, was it 6? 6 more? Anyway, it's so that there will be the teams that pretty much have locked into playoffs plus teams that will compete for those last berths. So it's always good to see that. Morellis, thank you for coming in. Morellis is over there on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube, sweetheart. We love to see our people on YouTube. And getting back to basketball, it looks like I'll have to check, Kelly. I can't do it while I'm doing the show because I'm afraid of hitting something and it will be a wrong button. So I will check after the show. Raider Neil Bachman is here. Thank you for being here as well. Love our nurses, Morellis. There you go. She's here. Regina's over here. NBA Florida can't wait to watch it. Yes. And this is the question. And as I've said this before, I would rather watch sports, live sports, than tape sports. I would rather watch real games. If the crowd's not there, so be it. So be it. You can't have it both ways. Until we have a situation where the COVID-19 is at least being addressed. Hopefully they will have a vaccine soon. Because I know I want to go to games. But I want to see real games. I want to see real hockey return. That's coming next as well. So basketball and hockey are both going to return. They have the plan to do that. So we're going to have real games real soon. So figure... Stuffed animals. I love that, Vince. And by the way, Vince, after the show, make sure you hit me up so I can subscribe to you on Twitch. So it'll be dual. You subscribe to me and I subscribe to you. You'll be the only person, as of right now, I subscribe to. But yeah, if you have younger people in the audience that are on Twitch that do games, yeah, no. My Flyers are in there, brother. My Flyers are in there. So I'm looking forward to hockey season. I got my Flyers hat ready to go, put it on as well. Actually, it reminds me, I have to tell my grandson, because I know my grandson's on Twitch. So I'll have to say he needs to subscribe to me on Twitch. I like the Sharks, but you know, I want my Flyers. We want live games. We want games that really mean anything. I want to see the Flyers play. I want to see live basketball. I don't really care about teams basketball-wise because my teams are the Magic and the Sixers. and the Spurs and the Warriors. I have like a lot of, because I'm more of a, I like particular players in basketball than teams. I'm more of a players guy for the NBA than a teams guy. Just the way it is. That makes you drink. I think I'm even on my shots, so I don't think I owe shots yet. And Jimmy's Islanders, yeah, and Jimmy's here. And by the way, I hope you enjoyed listening to. Was it a couple of days ago? Was it last week? Or maybe it was last Sunday. Yeah, we had our opener was Chris. I'm gonna get this right. Spagna from the Long Beach rock group that did the song for the first responders. Make sure you watch that. And I even put in one of my latest posts about if you want to see or do the interview, or we should say listen to the interviews that I've had with different players. I have it from the beginning here on the channel, which I think the first one was the quarterback who recently passed, the Raiders quarterback, and he was my first interview. And Paul Black Cravens are here. Hey, Paul, if you're awake, actually I need to do this, okay? If you want to do and come aboard, and we can do this. If you'd like to call via Skype, it is Captain_Jack_Rackham for a Skype call. That you can do that. And the line is open, 813-699-0834. Asylum is here. Good to see you as well. Jose Bernal is over on Facebook. Thanks for being here, folks. If you like what you see, please give me the thumbs up. I like it to be at least 20-1. I like to have at least 20-1. Minimum. But we're going to have basketball soon. We're going to have football soon. Baseball? I don't know about. I mean, the longer that they keep pushing things back and going, he says, she said, players versus the people. Oh, you're at work. Okay, I'm sorry, Paul, but hey, hopefully we'll get a time, and that's why I did it with the Skype where we can have Euros calling Europeans, I should say. Euros are actually the money. Europeans call in this way they know that. Yeah, the echo, it comes and goes, but I will say that I can. It shouldn't be an issue with the sound. Make sure I got this squared away. One second. Yeah, I got the codec up, so I'll be able to hear that. So once we have the speaker go, when we have a caller, it'll go into the system. Let me move this here a little bit closer. Maybe it'll get better. Yeah, get better reception. And there we go. And our first caller of the night is Doc Burdett. Good to hear from him as well. Doc Burdett, how you doing, brother? What's going on with you? Doc.
Hey, Captain Jack, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good, man. You scared me. I thought, oh crap, the sound isn't on. And I love you back, Kelly.
It was doing a bong 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 at first. I don't know what that was. So I was waiting for it to quit.
A bong 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 bong. I don't know.
But I hear you fine now. Perfect.
Thank you. It's the best I can. And I have the pack. It was like the pack for things, for the sound pack, but that is for having it go through your phone via Google Voice, but I'm having Google Voice through my computer, so it's the same thing. So I have that extra, and I know Asylum is there. It looks like Asylum, that should be ready. You let me know what your address is, and you PayPal me, and I'll send you that pack for people that are watching. Again, we got 16 watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so already, please give me a thumbs up. I like to have at least 20-1 because I have one child that always comes over here and gives his thumbs down. One child.
Well, I think when you get to one thumbs down, I think that should be a free no shot zone.
Oh, if
I don't think you should have to. You have to shoot for that because he deserves whatever you say to him.
Okay, hey, I like that. And thank you, Kelly. She really loves the new office. So, and I'm going to put this out there because Doc said that if I say the F word because of the child that gives me a thumbs down, that's a free FU without a shot. What do you guys think?
That's a no shot zone.
Okay, I like that. You know what? I'm gonna institute it. I get at least one free FU for the children that like to do stupid childish things. By the way, I'm gonna go to the cam shot large because I don't want you to have people calling in while you're there. Doc, what are you doing on a Sunday? By the way, if you're wondering what we are watching in the background, other than Purina Tidy Cats, the commercial. We are watching Karate Kid, number 1 and number 2. And,
the original Karate Kid or the remake?
The original Karate Kid. I mean, the remake it was
It wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I mean, I like Jackie Chan in the Miyagi role. I do like that, but the story wasn't as crisp. Maybe it's because I'm old and I like the old story. Okay. But, I mean, it was good. It was aight. But I do like Ralph Macchio and the exploits against Cobra Kai more than anything. Karate Kid 2, I really liked, the original. Karate Kid 3, I'm trying to think of who was in Karate Kid 3. Was that the one with the gal?
No, I thought that was the next Karate Kid.
The next Karate Kid. Okay, so Macchio was in... Oh, yeah, because Macchio was in 3 against the guy that was messing with his head. And then he was one of the Cobra Kai buddies. And now his Karate Kid. That sucked. I mean, I hate to say it.
The second was good in Okinawa. I liked that one.
I liked it. I liked the Japanese girl. You know?
I don't blame you. Pretty girl.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been watching the news since Friday?
Again, about what?
A former Raider, Burgess Owens, running for Congress, who's on a lot of the talking head shows this weekend.
Wow. No. And Burgess actually signed one of my Raider things. Really great guy. Where's he running?
I think if I'm correct, I think it's Utah.
Utah.
But he's running for Congress, and he was on Fox News on several different shows and stuff like that, and he's doing the circuit. Who knows? Maybe in 4 more years, 2024. Burgess Owen in the White House. We need a Raider in the White House.
Now, let me see. Now, Burgess, if he's running in Utah and he's on Fox News, that would make him a Republican, right?
Yeah. But he's a Raider. I don't, you know. I'm rooting for a Raider.
I'm rooting for a Raider too.
Actually,
Henry Lawrence actually ran a couple years ago, a Democratic ticket in Manatee area. He didn't win, but I love Henry, and like I said, we like Raiders to win. I definitely am. I'll definitely throw a vote for Burgess. I'll do anything I need to get Burgess elected, because Burgess was, like I said, great guy. In fact, I got to reach out to him again. Maybe I can have him come on and be on the. Well, actually, he's probably busy with his campaign, but maybe he'd get some free publicity that way. We'll see.
That'd be cool. That'd be a good show.
I think so too.
I did like he threw a line out there. Just win, baby.
That. Gotta love it. Just win.
Yeah. Well, we need more Raiders, and we need more Raiders in control. That's all I got to say.
Well, I'm not saying get me elected, but get me on. As a what is it? A sports journalist.
Cabinet member. You want to be one of his cabinet members? You could be his public spokesman and stuff.
You could be I can do that.
With the press corps and
Vince says he's from Barbados. Vince says he's from and Raider Homer came in who just got off the phone with John
is
Kingdon.
He not born in America? Or was he American born, or was he an American born overseas? Because if you're American born overseas, you can still be president.
Yeah, I get that. If you're an American born overseas, you still can, because that was proven by 44. I won't say his name. I'll just call him 44.
Well, it was also John McCain was born overseas. He was born in down in Panama.
Yeah, well, he was born in a naval hospital, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like my daughter was born in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
There you go.
Still an American citizen,
right?
But just born, overseas. That's just the way it goes. Like I've got friends who get their kids who were born in Germany, but they're American.
Right.
Right. So I don't know if he's was an American born overseas or what, but it doesn't matter. He can run for Congress.
Right, because he's representing a district, so that's it. If it's okay, Vince is checking, because Vince is good that way. Vince is checking to see if he can't find any information.
President, I'm just being hopeful. Then maybe I don't know. I just know he's running for Congress.
So. You know what? Having Vince as a congressman would do me proud. A Raider congressman. That would be good.
Oh yeah, I would take it. Hey, silver and black in charge. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, and it was good.
Shaw was in charge of the player association. I thought he did a really good job of that.
He was. He was very adept at that. Now, I since we're getting back to baseball, and I know that you are I want to get this right. You're the Cardinal fan, right?
Oh no.
Oh no, you're the Reds fan. You're the Reds fan.
Reds fan.
I had the color right, just the wrong team. Okay.
Right division.
Right color, wrong team. Reds fan. What are you waiting on as far as baseball? Do you think that that they're going to have a season at all, or are they going to have a? I mean, the latest thing I saw, and I did look for I wasn't able to do the graphics, which pissed me off because my Microsoft was not working with my licensing, which pisses me off. I got to get a hold of them tomorrow. I also got to call the people to see before. Yeah, if you've been paying attention, the guy that robbed me of $53,000, we're going through that aspect of trying to get some money that way.
I saw you and also saw you tour of your office. I thought that was very nice. That's a nice setup you got down there.
Yeah, I like it. Kelly says she likes it.
And all that gear, you got the ultimate Raider man cave.
I appreciate you. I think it's great. I mean, and trust me, the one thing that I really am enjoying is, like, obviously right now, I am being able to work from the office. So, because normally I would be at work, I would be on base, but this is my office. So one of these days, I'll be able to, when I'm not working, when I'm retired, and hopefully I won't be retired 6 feet and horizontal. So I don't want to retire that way. But, when I retire where I can actually get some income or whatnot, this is where I'm going to be working. Is a great environment. I mean, I'm behind my desk. I'm watching TV. I have my Raider train, because the locomotive works, but I can't get more than maybe 3 cars in a row without them. What do you call it when the derailing, right?
Derailment.
Yeah, I can't get them more in a derailment. So what I think what I believe the issue is that the track up there is too small of a tight circle. So and there's like a twist at the very end in order for it to work. So because I got that tight twist in it, it screws up the way that the train goes. So that was my bad, and there's really nothing I can do about it. So I'm gonna have the other Raider locomotive, which does work, but at that train track above, the second Raider locomotive that was fixed by Ken Heverin, it stops on that one area of the track each time. It won't go. So I'm gonna take that locomotive and get a second track for when we do Christmas. Okay, good. And Hollywood's here. Thank you for being in here, Hollywood. Again, if you like what you see, if you're here, we got 17 people watching right now. And thanks, Kelly. Thanks for the Kelly says she loves the office. Thank you for that. We got 18 people watching right now. If everybody here gives me a thumbs up, we'll have at least 18 thumbs up. So that'll be really good.
When I get off the phone, I'll get you a thumbs up, okay?
I appreciate it. Like I said, I like to have more.
Now on baseball, I think both sides need to poop and get off the pot because they're making baseball look bad.
Yeah, and the longer they fight, the longer they take,
stretch it out.
Right. The longer they take, the less of the season that they're going to have. The longer they take, the longer they push this back, less of a season, and that upsets me because again, it's like those strikes shorten years too.
And that's going to turn fans off like the strike season did.
Yep.
It's going to turn fans off like other little scandals that happened. With the Barry Bonds and the Mark McGwire and the Sammy Sosa deal, that turned some people off.
Yeah, and it took them a
some
while.
People are still mad about the Houston Astros thing.
Yeah, we went into that as well.
Furious.
Yeah,
but and the longer they take, the worse it makes them all look.
True.
So I mean, they're only hurting themselves. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm really disappointed in Major League Baseball right now on both sides. And I can't just say it's this side or that side. I think both sides need to compromise. I think both have to give something.
Well, here's the thing: if you do a proration by the amount of games, the money is the same. Okay? If the league is looking for a prorated salary based on the amount of games played, that's fair. That's fair. So you get money based upon the amount of games that are played. That's fair.
I also heard there's a little discussion about free agencies causing issues about free agency.
Well,
does it count as a whole season? Can they be a free agent this year or next year? And does it affect contracts that way? I mean, come on, people. Both sides need to give something.
Yeah.
The owners can't get everything, and the players can't get everything.
I think
both have to give and take.
I think that if the players play this year, it should be a full season, at least for contract purposes.
Contract purposes,
right?
Correct. I agree with you.
If they play. It's a season. It was because if they're not playing, then it's not a season, obviously. So I think that they should get credit for the season. If it's shortened, such is life. I mean,
And if they had given a player a guaranteed contract, well, that's the problem with giving guaranteed contracts. You gave them the guaranteed contract.
That's right.
So
it's on the owners.
Guaranteed contract.
Right.
On the owners. It's the owner's fault. You wrote that contract. Now you got to live up to it.
Right.
You guaranteed certain players money. That's not the player's fault. You guaranteed the money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for them to try to shorten their pay, I think is wrong.
Now, the other thing as well, now the Reds are in a division with the Cardinals, the Cubs, and the Brewers, right? That's a tough division. The Pirates are that throw-in team. I hate saying it because the Pirates are good every 4 or 8 years.
Yeah, but they're sneaky dangerous. You gotta watch them. You never can take the Pirates lightly because the day you do is the day they come up and smack you. You gotta really, and it's just something about them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, and if Jerry's listening, dude, I gotta give you Pirates a lot of to do, man, because they're sneaky. You can't let up on them because if you do, they got you.
Right. I haven't seen Jared yet.
They play 9 innings of baseball. They may not be the best team out there, but they play all 9 innings to the last out.
That's true.
I will give them that credit. I'm not a Pirates fan. So, they're in my division.
Right.
I tell you the team that I'm really. Oh, I hate to give them credit, but the Cardinals are a dang good organization.
Right.
They run a consistent good organization year in, year out. They're probably one of our biggest rivals right now.
Right.
Brewers have got a lot of talent.
Right.
Cubs got a lot of talent. But the Cubs, I think, hurt themselves by getting rid of the manager.
Joe Madden was the backbone and the driving force behind that team. He's what made them the champions that they were. Yes, I'm biased because I don't not fell in love with Joe Madden, but have really grown to respect and admire everything that he did while he was down here in Tampa with the Rays. So it's true. Joe Madden was the reason why there was a resurgence with the Rays. He did so much for that team. He resurged the Cubs. That's why they won the championship. And you know what?
Well,
He can do the same thing with the Angels out there as well, and he's got a good team going.
Well, I'm going to tell you, put it this way, that's my rival, but I respect him as a coach.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can respect the quality manager in baseball, and he is. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad he's out of the division.
Yep. Hey, Doc, you spoke about him. Jared's on the other line. You take care, brother.
All right. Well, you tell Jared, I hope his Pirates get to come, play. I'm looking forward to him playing the Reds. You have a good night there, buddy.
All right. There you go. That was Doc, and I missed Jared. Jared called back. Jared was calling. Nobody else called because I didn't want to be short with Doc. So call back in, Jared. Jared knows the number. I didn't quite catch him in time. Jared was calling. Caller was getting knocked out. The Raider boy, yep. So there he goes. See, I caught him on the first grab. Jared, I didn't want to be short with Doc, so I appreciate you calling back. Like I said, I didn't want anybody else.
Doc's okay. Doc's okay in my book. He can go before me. Anyone can go before me. It doesn't really matter.
No.
Let them have the floor.
You're a very light contributor here, Jared. Just I didn't want to be short in getting Doc out the door, and I knew that you would call back when I said it. And we were talking about your Pirates, and he said that. I actually was very negative towards your Pirates. I'll admit this.
That's okay. I am too.
I said like every 4 or 5 years the Pirates are good, and then Vince from the top ropes, Vince says, yeah, every 21 years or so the Pirates are good. So I wasn't at least that bad.
That's all right. Everyone can be bad on them. This team, the ownership is so bad. It's not even funny. I mean, Bob Nutting doesn't know what to do with this team. We just heard a few days ago Archer's going to be out for this year. They don't know if they're going to keep him in 2021. They might as well just sell him right now. Josh Bell, I don't know if they're going to keep him. It's going to be back to square one all over again. And right now, I mean, the Pirates are just going to continue to sink like the Titanic and basically drown in the river, so to speak.
Now, who did you say before Josh Bell? I didn't quite hear it.
Chris Archer, the one we got from you guys from Tampa last year.
Okay, yep.
He just found out he had shoulder surgery. He's going to be sidelined the whole year, and that could go down as one. They're saying in the papers the last couple of days that is going to go down as one of the worst trades in Pirate history.
Oh ever. Yeah, because
we got Meadows and you get Glass now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Austin Meadows and Tyler Glass now for Chris Archer, who was. Yep. I mean, he was a good pitcher, but he wasn't a great pitcher in Tampa. Mm-hmm. So, and Tyler Glass now has the what do you call it? The wherewithal and the capabilities of being a top 10 pitcher in the league. And Austin Meadows is just a power ready guy that can hit, that can field, that is just a great locker room guy, and he's young.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he was good with us for a while. When he came up, he had some brief spurts that were very entertaining. He was also good in the minors in Indianapolis and Altoona, AA and AAA. So, I mean, you guys got a very good ball player. And Glass now, of course, was up and down at times, however, but he was a good starter. Sometimes he was a good middle setup man, however. And like I said, the Pirates just pulled the trigger on the deal and said to Tampa Bay, we'll get a young kid in Archer. We figure, okay, we're going to do something here. Maybe he'll be making the transition from the American to the National. And I mean, he's been hot and cold most of the time, mostly cold, and he just cannot stay healthy.
Yeah, and that was his issue here in Tampa as well. That you can never really get him healthy.
Yeah. But I heard Doc saying how about Tampa. I wish they were playing the race this year because my friend was supposed to be down there the week before I was supposed to come down, Howard, and everything, and that turned out to be a big bust, however, as we all know, Howard. But we'll You'll see. But right now we got a couple good things on the tube right now. I just got finished watching a pay-per-view with a friend of mine, however. They were doing it from down in Orlando. I guess they taped it last week, however, but they pretended it was live again. And then we got ESPN doing a 2-hour documentary of Bruce Lee tonight. So we got some good stuff on the tube tonight.
Yeah, I'm
taping the Bruce Lee special.
I actually have that being taped, and I think it started at 9. I think it's Water.
Yes, it's what it is. Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually going to watch that right after the show. Whenever I turn the show off, because I think it's a 2-hour thing. Whenever I'm done with my show, I'm going to have that, and I'm going to watch it because again, I still am supposed to watch the Michael Jordan thing. I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah. I've only missed one part of that, but like I said, the pay-per-view I watched tonight, they started at like 6:30 with the pre-show. It started at 7, and then of course they were done by 9:15. So that was really good.
Well, I tell you, yesterday on the the 40? No, wait, the 50. I mean, how many years was D-Day?
D-Day was, let me think here,
67, 66. Yeah. On the 66th anniversary of D-Day, June 6, 1944, I binged, went movie after movie. I got a chance to watch, The Guns of Navarone.
Good movie.
And then I saw, what was on after that? I saw Lawrence of Arabia, all 4 hours of it, minus the power cutting in and out. And then I watched, what the hell else was it? I watched the movie. I know what it was. I watched Lawrence of Arabia, Guns of Navarone, and then I watched was Unbreakable.
That's a good one.
The Bruce Willis one as well. So I just did power movies last night. I've seen The Longest Day, Jimmy Farrell. It's a good movie, but it gets to be stale at times. And again, it was John Wayne, John Mitchum. Let me see. All-star cast. Richard Burton's in that. Sean Connery's in that. Pretty much every name actor from that from that era. Richard Todd, Elizabeth Taylor's other husband, was in that, along with Richard Burton. So you have that going for you. But it was okay. I mean, red buttons to me, getting deaf from hanging from the steeple of the church with the bells going off and being shot in the foot. To me, that's what I remember about The Longest Day more than anything else. Or the fact, and you've seen The Longest Day, right, Jared?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. Yes, I remember seeing it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Vicky's saying good night. V-Dub is leaving. Okay, take care there, V-Dub. You have a great night. Thanks for coming in. Make sure you get that information. V-Dub's gonna check me on Twitch. I'm gonna follow him on Twitch as well. The one thing I liked about The Longest Day was the scene where, remember, they had the clickers for identification. It was click, click, and then you saw the scene where the guy, I think it was Richard Bamer, who would go on to be Tony in West Side Story. I think he was the guy that got shot. He heard the click. He heard the click, 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 and he thought it was a clicker, and it wasn't a clicker. What it turned out to be was a Nazi on the other end with his rifle going click, 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 putting one in and one out. So he heard the right sound, but that was not what you wanted to hear, which would get in at the receiving end of the shot.
Yep. I ended up watching. What did I watch last night? I watched two comedy movies. One I've seen so many times, Prom Child, however, 2, the second one. But then I ended up watching one of my all-time favorite comedies, The Burbs, with Tom Hanks.
I haven't seen The Burbs in so long. I think it would be a treat for me because it would be like watching a new movie.
Yeah. So I ended up watching that stuff. But yeah. So anyway, other than that, we're getting ready for what should be I'm going to have a very interesting week with this heat and everything. And then I got a little family thing to take care of during the week. So other than that, I figured I'd give you a ring tonight. And then I'm going to call my friend now just to say hey to him real quick because I haven't talked to him all day. So just want to give my 2 cents in for the night, though.
Well, again, applause for your Pirates and applause for you defending it and applause for you saying that they suck when they suck. I mean, that's a good fan.
Everyone will tell you in this town they suck. Believe me.
There you go.
Believe me. All right, I'll be in touch with you soon.
All right, Jared. Great hearing from you, brother. You take care.
You too. Bye.
That's Jared out the door. We get a call from Long Island. Come on over here. There we go. We got it. Jimmy Farrell in the house. How you doing, Jimmy? First, Jimmy, what are the Islanders going to do in the playoffs, brother? Jimmy. Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the Islanders? What are the Islanders going to do in the playoffs? Are they making the playoffs?
They're in the playoffs.
I know. I'm being rude. I'm pulling your leg. I'm pulling your leg. Other than that other person who likes to give thumbs down, I can at least have fun with you about things, But that other person doesn't, realize shit. But oh well. Oh, by the way,
Why you got to bust out my Islanders already?
Because they're the Islanders. I mean, they're. I mean, it's the Flyers and the Islanders.
You sound like Bettman and the rest of the NHL that this my team every year because if they ever make the finals, the ratings are going to go down. They'll do anything, and believe me, Bettman may say, "Oh, I'm an Island fan. I like that." He is so full of shit. He doesn't even wants no deal with the Islanders. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
The only thing I'm happy what he did is get my new arena going.
No.
So that's.
So it's not Nassau Coliseum, right?
No, it's the Belmont Arena, which at Belmont Park, where they have the Belmont
Stakes. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right in the parking lot. So they went back to work and then started working on the arena, which us Island fans are very happy.
Okay.
But let me tell you, I'm telling you, once July hits, I don't know if I'm going to be into the hockey because football's around the corner.
Well,
I mean.
But see, here's the thing. Now, football's around the corner, but the one thing I like about now is that we watch hockey when it's at the end of football season, and normally, as a Raiders fan, and I say normally because I'll be honest here, normally we're not in the playoffs, right? So we immediately our attention focuses as soon as the Raiders are out of the playoffs, we immediately go to hockey and basketball because we know that's what we're going to watch. We're going to watch our teams in hockey and basketball. So in that respect, with the hockey season prolonged through the summer, okay, and if you like basketball, you're going to watch your basketball team. I can give a rat's ass about basketball in that respect. I'm going to watch, the finals because I'm intrigued as to who's going to win, but I'm going to watch hockey as long as my Flyers are in it, and even if they're not in it, then I'm going to go to my secondary team, which is the Lightning. And we'll see how long they last. So I'll have somebody to root for a while, hopefully.
But then, if the second round comes, they reseed the team, which I don't like. They should keep it the way it is. I don't know why they do that. Just leave it the way it is. I don't see no other sport does that, but hockey.
What? I'm not reading you. Reseeding?
The teams that are, they change the seeds. If you go into the next round, they change the seeds around.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I'm like you in that respect, as I think that it should be a tournament the way it is, and that you get your luck in the draw in the tournament. So you should. Now that's recent though that they did the reseeding because it didn't used to be like that.
No,
it didn't used to be like that.
That's Bettman and his stupid ass thinking, which he can't leave the league the way it used to be. Go back to the white uniforms at home. I hate the colored uniforms at home. Go back to white the way it used to be.
Right, like baseball, your home teams are in white.
Right. Well, the real reason I called, did you get my text today on Messenger?
I got some. I saw that you remember the black hole, and Johnny just hit that leg again. I'm watching Karate Kid as we're watching. I saw one. I saw that you had your black hole membership, and without unless you don't want to tell me, you don't have to tell me over the airwaves. But I remember getting something. Hang on a second. I got my phone here. I'll see what I got. Da 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 da. Okay, what? 1 second. Check messages. Come on now.
Come on, it's my quarter, man.
No. This time doesn't count against you.
No.
No, because I'm screwed. You'll get an extra. You'll get an extra minute because I'm looking. Okay, communication messages. Okay. Are you now? You're talking. You can tell me if you want. I was just trying to if there was something that you didn't want to get over. Go ahead.
I posted a picture of on my radio on Sirius on the NFL channel.
Oh yes, I did get that. Yes.
For all of the cause, I was listening to the '72 Division Series, Steelers versus the Raiders.
72.
We all know what happened. We all know what happened at the end of that game.
So something that was not immaculate.
Yeah.
Something that was deceptive.
You can listen to the whole game until the last 10 seconds of the game.
Yeah, and that was the original broadcast?
Yeah.
What, the original radio broadcast?
No, I think it was the Steelers, of course.
So you had Myron Cope calling the game.
Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting,
no, I don't
though.
think it was Myron Cope. It was somebody else. Like, you know when they the NFL channel they do the highlights of that. Like they had a documentary, the radio broadcast. That's the guy who's doing it.
Okay, so the kind of like Westwood One. So it was the Westwood One or the equivalent back in '72, which probably was CBS radio at that point. Yeah. I didn't hear that. Would be cool. Then at least you're trying to be unbiased. Trying to be.
As a 6-year-old, I vaguely remember the whole game. I forgot that Darryl LaMonica started that game, and Stables started the fourth quarter.
Yes.
And you know how many penalties were in that game?
A shit ton. Oh, I got to do a shot. See, Jimmy, damn it, you're making me drink.
Good. It's
there you go.
Night.
Here you go. This is for the S word. Okay. I did one from the glass. The next one is from the shot glass. Go ahead.
You know how many penalties were in that game?
I would say, if I'm going to be shocked, then I would say very few.
4.
Yeah.
3 from the Raiders and 1 from the Steelers.
Yeah.
And the Steelers didn't get the penalty until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, now, and that's unheard of in the fact that, you have the Raiders, which were obviously the most penalized team in football for years and years and years. 4 penalties. Wow.
Yeah. And Jack Tatum had like almost a pickoff in right before the
deception. Yeah.
The deception, right. Do you think if LaMonica, I want to ask you 2 questions.
Okay.
Do you think if LaMonica was in a game, would they won that game? And if the Raiders won that game, would they beat Miami next week, or was it Miami's year?
No, I really think that I am not saying this as a homer, and I know Homer's on the line, but I really think that the Raiders would have beaten Miami. But
really?
Yes, I do. I think so.
That was the undefeated season.
Yes, that was the undefeated season. But the reason why I say that is because I go to the fact that the Raiders are the ones that stopped Miami the very next year with the very same team that Miami had the year prior. It was It was played at It was played at Berkeley because the A's were in a playoff game. So that early in the season, I really think at that time the Raiders had the Dolphins' number. And the other thing is the Raiders had beaten Miami in the playoffs. The only time that the Dolphins beat the Raiders was whichever year that they needed to go to the Super Bowl, which would have been It was in 76 because the Raiders won to go to the Super Bowl, beat the Vikings. It wasn't 77 because they lost to, so let's see, 75, okay? In order for the Dolphins to go back to the Super Bowl, they beat the Raiders, and that was the only time that Shula beat the Raiders in the playoffs. He was one win and 2 losses against the Raiders. So I think that the Raiders would have beaten the Dolphins in 72. But go back to your original question, I think that if LaMonica plays that game, the Raiders don't even come close, because that's why he was pulled, was that he wasn't doing anything, and it was because Stabler had that long touch, or the touchdown run, because LaMonica was not driving the ball.
LaMonica, I thought he got hurt in the game.
Well,
didn't he get hurt?
He either got hurt or just that he wasn't really doing well, because the Raiders, it was what? It was 7.
It was 6-0.
Right. It was 6-0 on 2 Roy Girella field goals. Then Stabler gets the touchdown and the extra point. So it's 7-6. But like I said, the Raiders had 0 offense that game. Now whether
Pittsburgh didn't have offense either.
Yeah,
it was
but
a defensive game.
They had the 2 field goals. They had 2 field goals, which means that they at least drove down far enough for. I love to see Johnny get his face kicked in again. Sorry, they just showed this is Karate Kid Part 2 start, so get a chance to see the Karate Kid again do it. And again, if you're viewing on YouTube and you're watching now, I got 16. That's because Madden was best coach. He had the flu. So there you go. Angria Trask, thank you. Love Angria Trask. She said that the reason why LaMonica was pulled was because he had the flu. There you go. He had the flu.
Oh.
There you go.
So why did he play the game anyway? He should have put Stabler.
Well, he had the flu, and he toughed it out, but they put Stabler in there, and Stabler got the touchdown.
And that was the last time LaMonica played for the Raiders.
I believe
Stabler
so.
Took over.
Yeah, because Stabler took over after that. He was quarterback from 73 on.
Yeah. Speaking of Karate Kid, you know Ralph Macchio is an Islander fan.
And I like him anyway.
He's from Long Island.
Then why? And I said, and I like him anyway, because
he's a huge Islander fan.
I take that out now. Now, okay, if he's from Long Island, okay, because he was a badass who tried. There you go. I'm going to show it because, and Angria said it again. The reason why he played, and Angria answered it for you, because he was a badass who tried his butt off, and that was LaMonica, and I agree with that. But the point was that he wasn't getting the job done, and that's why Stabler was in the game at the end. If LaMonica had played the full game, then I don't think the Raiders would have even gotten. Obviously, they wouldn't have gotten a touchdown because I don't think LaMonica's going to run it in.
And it was Cliff Branch's rookie season.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm shocked that Stabler ran. You know how slow he is. I'm shocked that he ran in for a touchdown. Would he run like 20 yards for a touchdown?
Yes.
And nobody could catch him.
But also remember though, and I remember this so much from Three Rivers in those playoff games in December and in that time. That field was icy as hell.
Oh yeah, it's like playing on cement.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, no, it was playing. It wasn't even playing. At least on cement, you have some traction. It was playing like you were ice skating without the blades.
Well,
so,
wasn't the year? What was it? The year before that, or the year after they played in Pittsburgh, and it was a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think it was the last play was. I think it was the year after Stabler passed it to Branch, and Branch just lay down, and that was the end of the game. Might have been 73 or maybe.
It was the next year. It was 73. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because it was 73 or 74. Because in 76, when the Raiders played the Steelers in Oakland, when they finally beat them in the AFC Championship game, it was to go to the Super Bowl. And it was the one time that they finally beat them.
Did you see how that? You ever see that how that game ended? the 76 AFC Championship?
How it ended?
Yeah, I mean, Bradshaw threw it to Swan. Swan's running, and the fans ran out of the field, and Swan just stopped running. I mean, you couldn't see that today, you know.
No,
Every time I watch, yeah.
I don't recall, but the score was so out of. I mean, the score was
But
so
still,
out of.
I mean, the way it ended. I mean, they wouldn't do something. I mean, if that happened today, they would like get the people off the field.
Right, and he would have called like a 30-yard penalty on the Raiders and had them redo it, and then he would have made.
It was just strange the way that game ended.
No, see, I remember these games as a kid, but I don't remember all the subtleties of it. I just remember I was so happy. I was so happy that we finally beat the Steelers and we're finally going to the Super Bowl, because this is my childhood, and I always remember the last game, and it was almost always the Steelers that did it. It was almost always the Steelers that ended my year, okay? And, you know, that it just upset me. So when we finally won, and by the way, I definitely want to hear from Angry if she can. Always good hearing from her. But
you know the Steelers' excuses about that game, right?
Yeah, because everybody was injured. Because Blyer was injured and Harris was injured,
and which I'm not buying.
Yeah, and there was a couple of their defenders were injured. They said, "Yeah, everybody's injured. Woe is me, woe is me." Well, screw you. Next man up.
Yeah.
Next man up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I have to say tonight. And yeah, as far as baseball, I mean, I want to say something to Jared. I mean, the Pirates have never been the same ever since they lost to Atlanta in the 95 playoffs.
Yeah.
I think if the Pirates beaten the Braves that year, the franchise would have been a lot different.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You know,
and
everything went downhill.
And wasn't it Bonds that was caught at the plate to end the game?
No, it was the other way. It was at the extra innings, and there was a play at the plate, and the guy in the Braves was safe. I mean, like he was almost about a second, maybe a second earlier, he would have been out.
Okay.
But
I remember it was a play at the plate. I remember that much. Yeah.
That, I believe it was Game 7, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a play at the plate, and that's how the game ended, and Braves went into the World Series then.
Okay.
That was the year that beat Cleveland.
I do remember I was in San Diego. It was early 90s in San Diego, and I remember watching the game, but I remember it was a play at the plate, but like I said, I couldn't remember. I thought that the Pirate was out, but like you said, it was I remember. Yeah, it was the fast guy on the Braves that actually he like a pinch runner that somebody got on base and then they got him into the game, and he was the pinch runner and he came around on the hit. That's the reason why it was. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And we all know what happened the year after that. So
yeah.
You know, they were in the World Series against my Yankees, which I still think Smoltz versus Pettit game 3, the 1-0 game, was probably one of the greatest games I've seen in a World Series. I mean, that was as a Yankee fan, that was a nail biter. That was some game. I mean, two great pitches playing against each other, 1-0 lead was unbelievable.
Well, hopefully we will have something to look forward to.
I really don't think there's going to be baseball. Nobody's giving in. I'm telling you.
Well, I Jimmy, I hope you're wrong, and I say that with much respect. I hope you're wrong. I'm gonna open it up there, brother.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Hey, good hearing from you. You take care of yourself.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. That's Jimmy Farrell calling from Long Island. I always love to say Long Island. And Angry was feeding the baby. Well, if she can feed Jack, boy, that just, you know, that's I love saying that. That's a visual. Dee, 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 dee. It is 10:14. Raider Homer is on the line. Homer, how you doing, brother? Good hearing from you. Homer.
What's up, Captain Jack?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Just got done talking to John Kingdon, dude.
And so give me some good news.
Well, we went well, you know. It's going to be on the Only Nation podcast, episode 16. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Episode 16, yeah, Only Nation podcast, episode 16. Man, it was awesome, dude. That dude has a lot of knowledge, you know, about the Raiders, and that's what my channel is all about, you know. Especially, I'm excited to put it in my own podcast. Tomorrow's interview. Also, that's the other thing. Don't forget he's going to be on tomorrow night on Monday Nights Live. And Cap, that's another thing. Hey, I had somebody cancel on me. You think you can come on tomorrow and talk about John Kingdon and your experiences interviewing him?
Sure.
All right, cool. But yeah, it was fun, man.
Yeah, John's great people, man. Like I said, I wanted to. I'll have John on again, but like I told you before, I don't want to have the same guests that you have and I have on very, very close to each other, because then it's a double whammy.
Tom called you tonight. You gonna tell him no?
I would say, first off, Tom Flores ain't calling me tonight. Okay, Tom Flores ain't calling me tonight. Second off, I would say, sir, with all due respect, I have a guest scheduled for.
You better not.
No, wait a second.
Who's going on there? Who you got scheduled?
I got Carl Mecklenburg scheduled for Wednesday night.
Isn't that the Bronco player?
Yes, it is the Bronco player.
Oh man, I'm so disappointed in you, Cap.
Oh, you don't know anything about Carl Mecklenburg.
Neither with the enemy. No, I don't.
You better listen, because Carl Mecklenburg is a awesome guy. First off, he's awesome because as soon as I reached out to him, he said, "Hey man, that sounds great. Let's do it." Now the other guy that I won't say another name, he said the same thing, and it's kind of fallen upon. I got to re-get the that's crappy English. How do I say it? Rejoin the conversation. Do I get the other guy to be a person to hopefully come on and see what? There you go, Watts Raider. There you go, Watts Raider knows who. And thanks, Chris. You know who Carl Mecklenburg is. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Jimmy Farrell. Thank you. Jimmy Farrell knows who the hell it is. Homer.
No, it's always nice to bring on other people, I guess. You know, Bob Grant was on my channel, and Harley Quinn or Harley Bills, you know her from that Elite Superfan group. Yeah, she's gonna come on my channel too. So that's cool. You know. Like Joker says, you know, you hate the team, not the players or the coach. You know, I mean the players or the fans. You know.
That's right. And Nicole is really good people.
Yeah.
She's good people.
I mean, it's fun.
You young fans.
Hey, man.
See, Jimmy Farrell is shaming you right now. You young fans. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. See, Watts knows. And Angry is even shaming you too. Right.
Oh, shit.
Right. Hey, well, I got
Raider
you here.
Homer, it's in the name. All right.
Okay.
Raider Homer. It's in the name.
But here's the thing, Homer, and you got to agree with this. In order for you to be a homer for your team, you got to at least know who your team is playing and the history of the people that they play, and some of the better games that they have with it. In fact, go on YouTube, since you're a YouTuber like me. Go on YouTube and look up Carl Mecklenburg hits Marcus Allen. It is a shot.
Uh-oh.
It is a shot.
Well, see, then get him to talk about that. Get him to talk about his days against the Raiders. That's kind of what I tried to do with Bob Grant, you know.
Right.
I love hearing that, you know.
Right.
Love hearing those old stories.
Yeah, and I'm going to do that because Mr. Mecklenburg is going to talk about his storied career. Like I said, should be a Hall of Famer. And I wouldn't doubt if he doesn't happen sometime soon, especially with the what do you call it, the seniors committee, to get him in there if he has missed his membership of his time. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Carl Mecklenburg was the best, or I should say one of the best linebackers in football of his era.
And Watts says, ask Homer, does he remember Simon Fletcher from the Broncos?
No, I hated Rod Smith, though.
Well, you
No, don't hate the player. I did not like Rod Smith. That guy, he destroyed us. So,
Okay.
I kind of know, like Elway. Oh, my God, I couldn't stand watching him.
Well, see, I didn't like Tom Jackson because Tom Jackson was a punk. Tom Jackson was a punk.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I didn't like him in broadcasting either.
Yeah, because he was such a homer.
Hey, sorry.
There you go.
I
But
guess
yeah,
there's nothing wrong. I just I'm a fan by it. There's nothing wrong with being a homer, but still.
well, tune in on Wednesday for Carl Mecklenburg. Get with me tomorrow, and obviously it's Mr. Solomon and me want to know when we're going to be doing something with you again as well. So yeah, I'm sure you'll be ready for that. And by the way, since
let's do it live tomorrow.
Well,
bring him on too, like a Raider Invasion podcast live.
Well, you get with Asylum. I got to see what if it's okay with him. Now the other thing is as I was telling you, because I got that podcast thing, is the sound is coming into my board, and so it's the same thing that would have been done from that podcast kit. So I got the podcast kit that I'm going to be sending to Asylum.
Okay, cool.
So there you go. Now for you, because now you don't do anything other than football, Homer, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you don't care about hockey
Homer.
Okay, but you don't care about hockey or basketball or baseball.
I mean, I like baseball. I played baseball for 7 years, in a men's rec league and in high school and all that. But my heart's still broken from the Rangers losing that World Series. 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a 2-run lead twice, man. So, and now, yeah, they're in there arguing about money and whatnot. It's like, baseball, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I like playing baseball a lot. But now I don't know enough about it to, try to make a channel about it. I know about the Raiders.
Right. Now let me ask you a question, and I hope that I'm correct on this, because I'm going to defer. I'm pretty sure on the answer. Okay, the manager of the Rangers. You remember his name, right?
Well, yeah, Ron Washington.
Ron Washington. Okay. Okay, then it's wrong.
And then Cruz missed that can of corn in right field. Like, come on! But he had injured groin, so Ron should have took him out right then and there. Because I don't know. Oh my God, I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks out of that.
Okay, because I thought that Ron Washington was the same Washington that used to play for the A's, not Claudel, because they had 2. They had 2 Washingtons that played for the A's. It was Claudel Washington and the other Washington. And this is the only guy who's ever gotten on a baseball card, because I got it. It's a 75 tops A's. I think his name was, now I could be wrong. The skinny old school dude. Okay, Watts might know this. But the only guy that has ever been on a baseball card as a designated runner.
Okay.
I mean, no,
Ron Washington.
No, I thought it was. So I got to go back, and if it wasn't, I know it was another Washington.
That's before my time. I just remember him as the manager for the Rangers.
Now I think that's the same Washington that played the assistant under the A's under.
And then when they let go of Nolan Ryan, I was like, that's it, it's over. And of course he went to the Astros, and now of course the Astros cheated. But Nolan Ryan, I don't think he had anything to do with that. But
Yeah.
he did build that team. He built both Texas clubs into competitive championship type teams. So, I knew when the Rangers let go of Nolan Ryan that dynasty was pretty much over. I can't remember the GM's name, Daniel or something like Danielson. I don't know, but that guy, they put a lot of trust in him and let go of Nolan Ryan. That's where it all went wrong in my mind. So
Well,
I really haven't been back to baseball since then.
Remember for me to remind me that I got to show you my Nolan Ryan baseball.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I got to do, and actually I got.
Send it to me.
Fuck you.
Drinks. All right, I'm gonna take a drink. Got him. All right.
That was worth it. There you go. Want me to send you a Nolan Ryan baseball? There you go.
Well, I'll send it back. Just gonna take a picture with it. That's all.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't gonna send it back. You'd send me back a baseball like they did in the what was it, the Sandlot. You take a baseball and you'd scroll Nolan Ryan's signature on it, pretending like I wouldn't know it. Okay, and then you'd send that
bad,
one
Cat,
back.
My bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, come on, man. I know you better than that. I ought to hang up on you right now. And by the way, oh yeah, I did get a chance. Herb Washington. There you go. Herb. Thank you, Hollywood. Herb Washington was the designated runner. Thank you, Hollywood. He remembers, because that's the only baseball card ever of a guy whose position was designated runner. Thank you. It was Herb Washington. So it wasn't Ron Washington, but I think Ron Washington was the coach under. Remember in the movie about the A's when they went to the playoffs each year with Brad Pitt as their GM. I think Wash.
No, man, I'm a Ranger. I was a Ranger fan. No,
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay,
I
Ron
love the
Washington.
Raiders, but not the Athletic.
Okay. Ron Washington, I believe, was the coach in that A's movie, okay? And then when he went from the A's, went to the Rangers as their head coach, I think. And Hollywood, thank you for reminding me. I said, who the hell was that second? It was Herb Washington. I remember the baseball card. Mike, he was one of the biggest football fans that was all he knew. Oh, God. Do some sports. Is Nolan Ryan the greatest pitcher of all time? I think he is top three. He's top three.
Yeah.
He's definitely top three.
And he kicked Robin Ventura's ass.
I love that. The fact that he kicked Robin Ventura's ass. Oh, Mike Sarah says Bob Gibson. Moneyball. There you go. Didn't Canseco play for the Rangers? Yes, he did. I think that was when Canseco had the baseball bounce off his head for a home run. I think he was playing for the Rangers at the time.
Yep.
And Hollywood says he had the card too. Thanks, Hollywood. Because I was like, who the hell is that? Was it Ron? It was Herb. Only guy. Hey, Bomer, give me a call tomorrow. Tell me what time you need me. Asylum was talking about when we're doing the show. That's what
I mean. Look, because there's not much going on, but I think we can fit it into 25 minutes tomorrow and do like a live Raider Invasion podcast with me, you, and Asylum.
Okay, a time.
Because I had a let's do 7 CST. You'll be the first one up. Yeah, because Jason Demon King is the second one, and then we're gonna hear from For Life, Our Raider Story, and then John Kingdon.
Okay.
So, hey, leave y'all's calls, in the Blitz. Call Raider Homer's phone Blitz, 512-298-2407. Give a shout out to John Kingdon and For Life, Our Raider Story, everybody that's coming on.
That's a good show.
Cap.
That's a good show. Especially me.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I should say, even in spite of me, it's a good show.
Hey, you know what? I want to thank you, dude, for putting in a good word with me, with John. That opened the door for me, so I appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. Like I said, I want to make sure that you thrive and I thrive as well. And I love these comments. These people, Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax from Ed Winchell. Watts says Koufax as well. Koufax was I didn't get a chance to see Koufax. I did get a chance to see Bob Gibson. To me, the best left-hander, and I know I'm going to get eaten alive for this, was Steve Carlton, because I saw Steve Carlton, and Koufax was a lefty. He was a great lefty as well. So again, good answers from everybody. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate that as well. This is what we have for our sports talk. Hey, Homer, I'm gonna let you go, brother. I'm gonna open it up.
All right, cool. Take it easy. Have a good night, Raider Nation.
Take care. That's Raider Homer, everybody. Good to hear from him. Line is now open, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. You don't need to knock out the caller because there is no caller to knock out. Let me change that. But at least you got the number up there. And then if you want to come in via Skype,
that is also there. Captain_Jack_Rackham. Who had the best arm? Abbott?
Nah. Yeah, the Cardinals traded Steve Carlton. Hey, Mike, who did they trade him for? I know. I'll give you 3 seconds. You think Abbott had the best arm? Is that a play on words because Jim Abbott only had one arm though. And so if that is the pun, Abbott did. I mean, I love the fact that Jim Abbott, who is a pitcher with one arm, fantastic player, and hopefully, like I said, we'll have a good show. Line is open. I appreciate all the. We got Watts joining us. I like now. Let's go back to pitchers. He only had one hand. Okay, true. He had like half of an arm. I think it was like right up. It was like cut off at the elbow. It was cut off at the elbow, and because he would tuck his glove underneath his arm, and then when he threw the ball, he would take the arm with the hand, and he would get his glove with that. Now, it was for fielding. But yeah, Jim Abbott was, I mean, anybody that can play a professional sport with a physical debilitation like that. Stopped at his wrist? I thought it was longer than that. Or I should say shorter. I could be wrong. I remember he didn't have the full arm. And so, yeah, Hollywood had the season ticket. He was a great pitcher. But top 5? No way. No way. Nolan Ryan, okay, and then we heard from Homer, so now we are hearing from the other member of the team in Asylum. So you got a phone call out of your cell, and you're using it to call us. I appreciate that. That's nice.
I picked the lock. I'm hiding, so I'm really not here. Don't tell nobody.
Okay, we won't tell anybody.
But no, I had to correct you going about Jim Abbott. He had the whole arm. It stopped at the wrist, and when he used to put the glove on there, like his wrist was the ball, and when he threw the pitch on his follow through, he would slip his hand right back into the glove.
Okay, yeah, because like I said, he would throw the ball and then put his glove on.
Put his glove on, all in the same motion.
Oh, all in the same. Oh man, that's awesome. I mean, I remember watching it.
He's one of my favorite pitchers just because when I was a kid, he was one of the first autographs I got. I got a foul ball at the game, and I was actually the last autograph he did before they started the game, and I saw how he signed it, and ever since then, I watched him all the time, and that's just one of those things that stood out to me. His whole motion, how he had it going to, as he released the ball, his hand would go right into the glove, and he was ready to field.
Was awesome. I mean that he can do that in like I said in one. I didn't think it was one motion, but I knew it was like immediately after throwing the ball. But if he did it all in one motion, that's even better.
Oh no, he was able to field a comebacker at him. Just he had comebackers coming and he was able to field and toss the ball and he had it down. It was amazing to watch him pitch. Being he only had one hand.
Right. Now, when he had a comebacker, so he would basically open up the webbing of the glove and toss it underneath to the first baseman?
Yes.
Okay, which is actually better, in my estimation, than the damn Cubs pitcher who can't throw to first base. I can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about, right? The guy that can't he can't throw to first. He can throw to the plate, but he can't throw to first base. He used to have to he have to throw his whole glove to first base because
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
he plays for the Cubs because he sucks as far as throwing to first base. But again, hey, and you know what? I say this and I admit to it. In front of everybody, okay? I can't throw a ball anymore, okay? I can't overhand. I can't do it because for some reason I have Steve Blass disease. If you guys know who Steve Blass is, or Rick Ankiel, that's the more modern one, the guy who can't throw straight, right? I can't throw straight. I'll take a ball and I'll throw it at somebody and it's either going to go up high, right, up high, left, down low, right. I can't control the motion. Now I can throw underhand very well. So when I played softball, I say, listen, either let me play first base or let me catch, because this way you don't have to have a lot of. I don't have to. But even catching was pain because I couldn't throw. I'd like to have to underhand it to the pitcher because I couldn't throw it back to the pitcher. And this was a later development. Now I can hit and I can field. I just couldn't throw. So at least, yeah. Or Chuck Knobloch, Jimmy Farrell said that too.
I was going to say I can't throw anymore either. I got spinal stenosis and I ended up with a pinched nerve so bad I can't even throw a dart.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
It happened. It just ended up so bad that I ended up with nerve damage and that simple motion of, like you said, throwing, used to be able to throw a ball no problem, but now it did something and I got permanent damage to where even trying to throw something as simple as a dart, it sometimes I'm lucky if it makes the dartboard.
Yeah. Well, by the way, and again, I apologize. I'm remiss on my Facebook. People that are on Facebook, thank you for being here on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube if you can. Liz Davia reminded me that Ron Washington was the third base coach under Art Howe, so that's how he got his job with the Rangers. And I just had him. What do you call it? Mistaken for Herb Washington, the pinch runner. Thank you there, Liz. Raider Riddler and Tabby Renee also are on Facebook. Jerry D is over on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube. It's easier for me to read the comments from one source, so that's why it's easier for me to see everybody on YouTube. So if you can, do. And yeah, we're talking about Chuck Knobloch. Yep, Rick Ankiel against but now the original was Steve Blass. Steve Blass was the Pirates pitcher in the early 70s that just he couldn't throw to home plate anymore. He couldn't throw straight. And that's me when I played. And I said, I can bat with the best of them. I can field. Just don't ask me to throw. So when I played first base, if I had to throw to second base on a throw, I would throw underhand, kind of like the like a softball, a fast pitch. That's how I would throw it. And because it's great, at least I can control the ball. So that's the way I did it. So anyway, and I appreciate
that's like
you.
Some people, they got to do free throws in basketball, granny style, and can't do it.
Yeah.
Some people, if it works, it works.
Whatever works, man. As long as you get a good throw. And like I said, you and I are going to be with Raider Homer sometime tomorrow too. Braves have the three best pitchers in baseball that I've seen on one team. Now, hey, there you go. Now we had the best rotation ever. Okay, and I think that the best four, it wasn't the Braves.
Okay? It wasn't, again, I'll call if I don't have to talk about baseball. Okay, the Skype for Angria.
The Skype is Captain_Jack_Rackham. That's the Skype, okay? But the best rotation in baseball, and you don't have to talk about baseball, Angria, we can talk about whatever we want, is the Orioles of the early 70s. They had Jim Palmer, Dave McNally, Mike Cuellar, and Pat Dobson. All four were 20-game winners. All four were 20-game winners. Again, Jim Palmer, Dave McNally, Mike Cuellar, and Pat Dobson, all four were 20-game winners, best four staff in baseball. Now, again, with the Braves, and everybody remembers Glavine, everybody remembers Maddox, everybody remembers Smoltz, but the fourth was Steve Avery, and a lot of people forget Steve Avery. So that was a good foursome. I wasn't born. What? I'm sorry, man. I'm old. I'm old. I'm sorry, Watts. Because I know these things. Okay. And Mike Sarah wants to hear Raiders
I'm old
talk.
too, but I'm not that old.
There you go. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Mike Sarah, shut up and call in about Raiders. Angry's going to call in about the Raiders. We're talking about what they talked about. We were talking about baseball with Jim Abbott. Okay, Pettit, El Duque spelled wrong, but I know what you meant. Andy Pettit, El Duque, and Clemens. Yeah, not really. Close. Palmer, McNally, Cuellar, Dobson. And then when for the Dodgers, you used to have Koufax and Drysdale back to back. Ed Winchell is a Dodgers fan, would know that. And then here you go, even from the 40s and 50s, baseball is cool, man. If you know it. Thank you, there, Watts. I appreciate that. Spahn and Sane. It was Warren Spahn and Johnny Sane. And a day of rain, and a day of rain. It was an old poem back then, because the Indians would win with Spahn, they would win with Johnny Sane, and then it would be, the old poem was Spahn and Sane and pray for rain. This way, one of those other pitchers would come back into the rotation, and the Indians would use the day off just to have one of the guys come back in and pitch. But Drysdale, Koufax. And Watts knew about Koufax. Hey, now who do you follow there, Asylum, in baseball?
Oh, I'm an Oakland A's fan.
Okay.
Been one since I was a kid. I've been an A's fan from the get-go. Never been any other team.
There you go. So you knew about Moneyball as well.
Oh yes, I knew about. I put it in there when you brought it up.
Yeah, and I always misremember. That's my Clemens. I misremembered. Okay, I misremembered Herb Washington to Ron Washington. So there you go. Feel sorry for any A's fan. Jimmy Farrell, he's still back on the greatest relay throw with the captain throwing it to the catcher to catch the A's guy at the plate. That was a good play. That was a good play. The A's should move to Vegas.
Yeah,
no, Watts. It's gonna be the Rays, man. My Rays here in Tampa. They're going to Vegas.
Are they really, or is it just speculation?
It's speculation, but here's the thing: because they're talking about with the Rays, that they said that they were going to play half the games here and the other half was going to be in Montreal. That's stupid. So they got to figure that one out.
Well, they've been having a problem with their stadium or something for the last few years, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
I thought I heard something about that. There's something going on, and they were supposed to be moving them for a while.
Yeah,
that I had
right
hearing, but they always seem to stay there.
Oh, and I gotta say hi to Marlo. Hi, Marlo. He just came in here. Oh, wait a second. I got a call.
Hi, Marlo.
Okay, let's see here. I think it's going through. Answer call. Okay, hang on a second there. Hello, Angry, are you there? Can you hear me? Hello, I have a call. Okay, wait, it's coming in. It's buffering. Stand by a second there, It's buffering. I can see it go. Hey, maybe can you hear me, Angria?
I can hear you.
There you go. Good. Can everybody hear Angria as well? Okay. I hear Angria.
I can't see you.
Well, yeah, you can't see me, but hey, Asylum, can you hear Angria?
Yes, I can hear her.
Okay, and everybody, well, I can hear you and Angria, and so I'm gonna cut you off there, Asylum, and then hopefully everybody can hear Angria as well. But get with me, and we'll do that call tomorrow as well, brother. We'll see you. All right, that was Asylum on the line. We got Angria Trask on what is it, on Skype, and hopefully everybody can hear everybody. I hear Jack.
Yes, he's back there putting his 2 cents in.
There you go. Now, hopefully, you know what? They might not be able to. Hopefully, everybody can hear you. Because I want to make sure. You know what? You know what? The sound. I have to remember that the sound that I hear from the phone is coming through my earphones, but not the Skype sound. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make sure that the Skype speakers are set for. Okay, the speaker. Okay, wait a second. Hang on here.
You want me to just call back in on the phone?
Oh, well, wait a second. You can call in. I can just do the wait. I'm gonna fix it here. Speakers. No, I got it. Okay, go ahead, Andrea. I got you on. I got you on. Speakers should be good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. So I have, everybody should be able to hear you a lot better because the speakers that I have for what do you call it? You is coming through the speakers on my, where I can hear you here on my earphones. And if I hear you on my earphones, then that means that everybody can hear you for the line as well. So no, you don't have to call back. Good hearing from you there, honey, and good hearing from Jack.
Yeah, he's here busy, so hopefully he'll chew on his little toy for a little bit and let us talk.
Yeah.
No promises.
And you, so it's like you don't have to talk baseball.
Well, I watched baseball when I was growing up, so most of my knowledge is pretty old and outdated. But that every once in a while I can talk about baseball. It's just not my forte. But I know who Nolan Ryan is, at least.
There you go. Now, see, and you know more than that one person who didn't even know who Nolan Ryan was.
Yeah, I'll take it.
There you go. Now, what's your take on anything Raider-wise, or even what? First off, do you want to see what do you want to see come back first?
Well, football, of course.
Yeah, but see, that's not going to come back first, though. You got a choice between basketball and hockey. Are you even remotely interested in any of them?
I watch occasionally. I'm kind of like my dad. You put a sporting event in front of me and I'll watch it. But there's only a few things that I'll go out of my way to watch. But I haven't really paid close attention to them for a while, so I couldn't tell you a whole lot of players. But I thought that basketball had already agreed that they were getting people back in the buildings.
Basketball agreed that they were going to go down to Orlando, and this is how I started earlier in my show, is that you have 22 teams that are going to be playing at the Disney complex. The 16 teams that were already the playoff eligible teams from before, plus I think an additional 6 which were within about 3 games of getting into the playoffs. So they're going to have some play-in games to see who's going to be in the playoffs as well. So you got that going for them.
And it's all going to be in one centralized location. I don't think it's going to have fans.
Because we were talking to the people that were there before that
that they had the thing in. I think Jared was talking about it last night about the event, probably a WrestleMania event type of thing that was again taped in Orlando. So they didn't really have any fans there. So basketball is coming back. And so as long as we have live games that mean something, that's all I'm really worried about.
Yeah, it's time for sports to come back and kind of help us heal. Right now is not a good time in the world, and it's not a good time to not have distractions.
Yeah.
So,
and obviously, Raider-wise, what are you waiting on, hon?
Oh gosh, I really hope that that they're doing a lot of work behind the scenes for rookies. I mean, obviously they don't have mini camp. I hope that we'll get training camp. We have a few weeks to find out, I guess, but they let the coaches back in, so that's a good sign. And they've got a brand new practice facility in Henderson where they can go, and hopefully it's all COVID free because it's new and shiny. So you never know, but I'm still keeping my fingers crossed for that.
Well, we are too as well, and Jack is there, and I get it. We all get a chance to hear him very clearly, by the way, because I did change the speakers for the Skype so that you're coming through quite clearly. So it's always good to hear from you, and we enjoy any of your intake. And again, I appreciate you telling me, because again, I couldn't remember why, but I did remember that LaMonica was taken out of the 72 game. And I just didn't remember why. And I thank you again for your incredible knowledge, because he had the flu and he wasn't playing well, which is why Stabler came in the game and eventually took over the job.
That's actually one of the things that we covered on Ladies of Darkness in our Raiders history segment. So it's something that I actually was pretty well read up on. I looked at a lot of the, I know you know what we do, but we go through Raiders history and either highlight some moments or we highlight a certain game or something that that we can be excited about and celebrate. And that game was one of the ones that we actually highlighted last summer, I believe it was. So yeah, I had read up on all about Daryl LaMonica and everything that he had done, and it was just that last little push. It kind of was a shame. And then Kenny Stabler took over. It was kind of like in olden days, I hate to compare him to this, but in olden days, Drew Bledsoe and Tom Brady, because LaMonica did a great job for us for a long time. I mean, he was a fantastic quarterback. He was one of the first long bomb forward pass quarterbacks in the league. And he put the Raiders on the map in the 60s, I think. And Kenny Stabler just stepped in when he needed to, and that's all she wrote, Well,
I agree. You would agree with me then as well, in the fact is that if LaMonica had played the whole game, there was no way the Raiders were going to win.
I would agree with that, yes.
Okay. Because
I think that he was so sick. I mean, it was a miracle that he even stepped on that field. And there was no way he would finish that game, period. There was just no way. He was so sick. He had, if I remember correctly, he had lost some weight before the game. He was not keeping any food down. He wasn't keeping any fluids down. And they still wanted to put him in. He still said, "Okay, coach, I can do it. Just let me try until I drop." And basically he dropped. So that was Kenny Stabler's chance. And
he took it and ran with it. Yes, the pun was intended.
Absolutely. And it was a fantastic one, Captain.
Yeah. Well, it was right there. You teed me up, man. The ball was here. The net was here. And I slammed it from the setup. Thank you for doing that as well. And Dickie says she hears the baby. Yeah. Now,
yes,
a couple.
He says hi.
A couple. Tell Jack that Jack says hello.
It's Captain Jack. You say hi. Hi.
Hi, Jack. We said hi to Marlo. We're going to say hi to Jack as well.
I have to answer Mike. He said LaMonica was better than Bledsoe, without a doubt.
Oh yes, come on. That goes without saying, man. Drew Bledsoe.
And I'm not gonna try to open a big can of worms here, but I would take Kenny Stabler over Tom Brady.
I would too. One's in the Hall of
He
Fame
wasn't
already.
afraid to run, and he could actually outrun a mouse.
Yeah.
Tom Brady can barely outrun his own shoes.
Yeah, and Tom Brady never caught a pass in a Super Bowl, so screw him too.
Oh goodness.
There you go.
Oh goodness. Are you going to talk about football? Yeah, you want to talk about football?
This is a family show, even if I say F every now and again, but I do take shots for it. But this is
he hears it.
this proves this is a family show. And
He hears it on a daily basis.
I don't feel so bad now.
Nope.
Snake over the fake from Mike Sarah. Now, one final, and again, I'm gonna definitely give you a promo. It's the Ladies of Darkness with the lady that's on the line, Miss Angria Trask. It's Miss Heidi Stabbert and Jenny. I don't remember her last name.
Jenny, the chirping raiderette. That's what we call her.
Okay, just
She
make
sounds like
sure.
a chirping bird.
Yeah, make sure that you join these ladies when they have their podcasts, and they're always invited on here because I love their knowledge too. Because again, I couldn't remember why. I knew that there was a reason why, but I couldn't remember. But see, this is why I love the fact that the people that are here are knowledgeable. This is a very knowledgeable, entertaining webcast. I know it not because of me, it's because of the interaction with everybody. That's what I asked for. And Don Webb says Jack needs a shot of milk. I think that we need a shot of something. Here, he can probably have it. You can't see me, but I'm holding up the Raider flask, Andrea, so he can have a shot of the Grand Marnier, which is all I have in the flask. So we'll do that.
Well, he's having some milk right now, so he's good.
I'm not touching that with that. Yeah.
It's a bottle.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
You guys and gals knew where I was going with that one. Woo! I'm obvious as hell. So, and anytime you want to call via Skype, you can do that as well. Now that I got the right speakers for the Skype line, and everybody will hear you a lot better. The sound was okay, but I wanted to make sure that everybody can hear you a lot better.
Yeah, I think the sound is better on Skype, and there's not a delay. So for me, it's better.
Okay.
And you're going to hear Jack either way, so
that's fine. Well, we want to hear from you, and we can hear from Jack. We don't mind Jack. This will be a double Jack show.
That's right. Jacks of all trade.
That's right. Oh, way to go! I love it. Okay. Well, hey, sweetheart, thank you for calling. Anything else you want to impart upon us?
No, just a reminder that we're going to be back next month. Ladies of Darkness is going to start recording again in July.
There you go. See, I knew I was teeing you up for a promo. The Ladies of Darkness coming back in July. And remember, anytime that you have some time, honey, it can be every now and again. You know what I'm going with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, we love you, and thank you for coming in. Oh, love to Jack, and I said love my Angria. That's for true.
Love you too, Jack. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks again, honey. You take care.
You too.
All right. Let me, as soon as I can find it. There we go. That was Angria Trask, and I got it from, and I'm glad that she did that because I had to change the call to the proper speakers. This way you guys can hear her. Jack, don't bother us. Oh, no, Jack. Well, I know you ain't talking about me. Oh, you talking about me. You talking to me. Hey, you talking to me. You ain't talking to me. Can't wait for July. We all can't wait for July. And and Homer says to don't hog Heidi. I'm trying to get my fill with Angria, too. So Homer gets Heidi every now and again. I get Angria every now and again. In a nice way, people. Pod webcast wise. Don't go to the dirt there. Stabler's best lefty quarterback in the NFL ever. That is true. That is true. And this is from Matt Marinovich, who is related to the other lefty Raider quarterback. So he knows some things. And if you're just joining us, wow, it's almost 11 o'clock. Amazing. Time has flown by. And we checked out our Skype call, which works. And so we're good there. I appreciate everybody that's been on here. Again, if you are watching and you didn't get a chance to give me a thumbs up, if you enjoyed the show, I would appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Hot Neil came on board. Good to see you there, Hot Neil. And again, if you were on Facebook, thank you for being there. We did have some people over on Twitter and Twitch. I know you were talking to Angria, but it's like I get angrier. I get angry. You can have Heidi. I love Heidi too, but Angry and I go back as well. Captain, check out CBS Olivia Newton-John on Grease. Okay. Is it the scene yet? Let me go. Hang on. Is it the Shake Shack scene? Oh, it is. Oh, but I missed it. I missed the scene. Tell me about it. Stud. Anyway, I'll go back to what was I watching? Oh shoot, I said it back again. We got the news. It's 11 o'clock. Well, Asylum once in. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock Eastern, so let's do this. We're going to fade it out. It's Bludgeonator on the backtrack. And Hot Neil, happy birthday to you. Again, if you're watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching on Twitter and Twitch. If you see what's in, and now actually you can't see on from this camera angle, but they just had Rashay Caldwell on the screen. Say a prayer for the Caldwell family. He was killed here in Tampa. So we send the best to him. And everybody that is here, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed being here, we're here. We're here Wednesdays and Tuesdays when I do my shows with the interview. Again, Wednesday, Carl Mecklenburg will be on. Know your opponents, Homer. Know your opponents. Carl Mecklenburg, the great of the Denver Broncos, will be my guest on Black Shield and Galleon Wheel webcast. We will have our next call-in show will be Thursday. Get ready for it. Remember, Thursdays and Sundays, for sure, call-in shows. We know Skype works because we had a Skype call from Angria Trask in Alaska, and we fixed up the sound issues there. And Watson, we had some good folks coming in. So thank everybody that came in. I say a blanket to everybody. I appreciate everybody calling in. Again, if you're here on all of the channels, thank you for being here. But please come over to YouTube. It's easier for me to read the comments on YouTube because I'm only looking at the one screen. It's easier for me. Again, thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube. I showed you the prizes that we have at 850. Okay, we are 54 people away. 54 people away from 850. When I get to 1,000, this helmet, this Marcus Allen helmet, goes to one lucky subscriber at 1,000. So again, thank you for being here. Give me some thumbs of some happiness. But thank you for being here, and come by and see me anytime. We'll see you Wednesday. Carl Mecklenburg. I will be on with Homer tomorrow, so check out the Raider Homer channel tomorrow. I'll be on with Homer as well. I believe Asylum will be there too, but it'll be myself, it'll be Homer. I think Asylum will join us. Make sure you're watching Raider Homer on his channel tomorrow. Watch Raider, man. He's got some really good stuff on his channel. Obviously, For Life, Our Raider Story, T3, the sports guy, all great Raider entertainment here on YouTube. We thank you for watching us. So take care, everybody. Put that in the shot glass. Okay. Hey, for Vicky, before I go, one to go for Vicky. Thank you, honey. Shot for Vicky. Grand Marnier goes down great. Y'all take care, everybody. We'll see you, Raider Homer, tomorrow. Wednesday on this channel with Carl Mecklenburg, and Thursday we'll do another call-in show. We'll see y'all later on.